Well, hello. So in America, the news tells us that we're getting lazy. Apparently, we have been for a long time. There's documentaries about our fast food natures and our lack of exercise, and apparently, it's getting worse. Well, now, I won't deny that I do myself like the occasional fast food meal, and I definitely do not exercise enough. Honestly, just sitting here talking is kind of wearing me out. But if there is one thing that is a huge pet peeve of mine, it's when people don't put their carts away in the parking lots of food stores. But before we even get into this, the laziness starts long before we even get to the point where we leave the cart in the middle of the parking lot. So how many times have you followed a car into the parking lot of a food store? The whole parking lot is full, so parking at the front of the store is obviously going to be pretty bleak. Honestly, you'd probably have to wait around a little bit just to get a parking spot up front. See, I know this, so I park further away, which in all honesty adds about 20 seconds, tops, to the walk to the store. Now, I know it's rough, but the car I followed in is driving in circles just to find a spot at the front of the store, just so they can be that much closer. Sometimes they'll even stop in front of you blocking your way just to wait for somebody to pull out. Mind you, that person that's going to be pulling out isn't even to their car yet, and they still have a full cart of bags to put away anyway. And what do once they finish with their cart? They don't stick it in the cart holder. By the way, to the Brits watching this, cart equals trolley. Trolley. No! They stick it by their car, or in front of their car, or behind it if they can drive forward, then they leave it in the way. I will never understand this. Okay, so you just drove to the store, you went shopping and got a shitload of shit to take back to your family to eat, and shit. Was putting the cart away just that bit too much? I mean, were you like, oh man, I just walked through this entire store, and then checked out, and then I gotta walk back to my car, I still gotta unload my cart, the return's like 10 feet away. I gotta preserve my energy for the drive home or else I'm not gonna make it. I've still gotta unload the groceries at home! Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. No! There's no excuse. If you leave your cart in the parking lot, I hereby claim that I am allowed to get out and push the cart into the side of your car as hard as I please. Why? Because in all likelihood, your lazy ass inability to put the cart away resulted in somebody else's car getting jacked. By what? By your cart on one windy day when the cart decided to turn into a parking lot sailboat. But hey, that's just my opinion. You know, I wonder what $50 Jesus thinks about lazy people. Oh, for those who are new, let me quickly explain who $50 Jesus is. Now, $50 Jesus is actually St. Francis, which my mom brought home from my grandma thinking it was Jesus. Upon returning home with 50, it fell over promptly and broke in half, so they bought my grandma a different present. They then realized it was not actually Jesus, but 50 liked the authority the name brought and decided to adopt it as his own. What's up, 50?
What's up, Pansy?
So, 50, what do you think about people who leave their carts in the middle of the parking lot?
Leave their carts in the parking lot?
Yeah, instead of putting them away in the cart returns.
I didn't realize this was an epidemic.
Well, it's not necessarily an epidemic, I'm just really lazy.
Well, I went shopping today, got myself a shitload of shit. By the time I finished unloading the cart, I was bushed. Afraid if I even tried to put the cart away, I'd never make the drive home. So I guess I understand.
Really?
For serious. Hey, wait, where are you going?
To find your car and a cart.
You know, I prefer the word trolley. Cart. Sounds ridiculous. Hey, get me a beer while you're out. Pansy.
Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. As you can see, I've got a new filming wall, but there's not nearly enough stuff on my filming wall. Think you've got something that would look good on my filming wall? Well, then send it to my email address, drnoise@gmail.com. It's in the description.
Hey! Hey, what's going on? Hey! Someone get me a beer. I could really go for a beer right now. Get me a beer!